The sky was a canvas of grey, and the wind howled like a banshee. Maya and her 4 friends, Sam, Lily, Rahul, and Priya, had rented a sailboat for what was supposed to be an unforgettable adventure. But now, the sea had turned against them. The day had started with laughter and sunshine as they sailed from the harbour. Maya, the group's navigator, had checked the weather, and there was no storm warning. But the ocean was unpredictable, and by mid-afternoon, dark clouds loomed on the horizon. "Maybe we should head back," Sam suggested, his voice tinged with unease as the first drops of rain fell. "Nonsense," Rahul replied, gripping the wheel. "It's just a drizzle. We've got time," but within minutes, the drizzle turned into a torrential downpour. Waves crashed against the boat, and the wind tore at the sails. The storm struck with a ferocity they hadn't anticipated, and soon they were lost in the middle of an angry sea. A fight for survival, the boat rocked violently, throwing everyone off balance. Maya clung to the railing, her knuckles white. "We need to drop the anchor and ride this out," she screamed over the roar of the storm. "We can't." Rahul yelled back. "The current's too strong, we'll capsize." Priya, the quiet one, was huddled in a corner, her face pale with fear. Lily, the group's problem solver, crawled toward the emergency kit. "We need the radio," she shouted. The radio crackled with static. The radio crackled with static. "Mayday! Mayday!" Lily called out. "We're caught in a storm, coordinates unknown. Please respond." There was no reply. Lost at sea, hours passed, though it felt like days. The storm eventually calmed, but the damage was done. The boat's mast was broken, and the engine was dead. They were adrift, miles from shore, with no way of knowing where they were. "We need to ration supplies," Maya said, taking charge. She checked their water and food, enough for 2 days. "Maybe 3 if they were careful. What if no one finds us?" Priya whispered, her voice trembling. "They will," Maya said firmly, though she wasn't sure she believed it herself. As the sun set, the ocean was eerily calm. The group huddled together for warmth, their laughter and confidence replaced by silence and fear. On the second night, as they drifted under a starless sky, Rahul spotted something in the distance. "Look," he shouted, pointing at a faint light on the horizon. "Could it be a ship?" Sam asked, hope rekindled in his eyes. "It's moving toward us," Maya said, squinting. They lit a flare, the red light illuminating their exhausted faces. The distant light flickered in response, growing brighter. But as it approached, they realized it wasn't a ship, it was something else entirely. A small, weathered fishing boat, its hull marked with strange symbols, loomed out of the darkness. A man stood at the bow, his face shadowed by a wide-brimmed hat. "Need help?" he called out in a gravelly voice. Relief washed over them. "Yes." "We're stranded," Maya said. The man helped them onto his boat, his movements deliberate and silent. The group was too exhausted to question their luck. But there was something unsettling about him. He didn't ask questions or offer explanations, only steered his boat through the night. As dawn broke, the group realized they weren't heading toward land. Instead, the man was steering them deeper into the open sea. "Where are we going?" Maya asked, her voice sharp. The man turned to her, his eyes cold and unreadable. "To a place you can't escape." The friends exchanged panicked glances, realizing too late that their savior might be their greatest threat. Desperation set in. Maya whispered a plan to the others as the man's attention was elsewhere. Together, they overpowered him, but not without a struggle. In the chaos, the boat's wheel spun wildly, and they lost control of their course. They tied the man up, his sinister smile haunting. "You think you're safe now," he said. "The sea has claimed you." It doesn't let go. Days later, they were finally rescued by a passing cargo ship. But the experience left them scarred. They never spoke of the storm, the stranger, or the symbols on his boat. Yet, sometimes, in the dead of night, Maya would wake up with the sound of waves and his voice echoing in her ears. The sea doesn't let go, and she'd wonder if they had truly escaped, or if they were still lost, adrift in an endless storm.